Who knows what evil lurks in the heart of games? The shadow knows. Good evening, viewers. Time for another Let's Compare. Tonight it's the first time I'll compare the game on 4 different machines. Again, the CPC, the Commodore 64, the Atari ST, and for the first time the Atari 800Xl. And the game I'll compare tonight is International Karate. Let's start with the CPC version. So we all know the Commodore 64 version. So let's see what the Amstrad version looks like. It doesn't look that bad, but okay, the movement looks ridiculous and the controls are terrible. It's very slow. And the music has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with the famous Commodore 64 theme. Yeah, I kicked him in the nuts. And if you ask if this game is any fun, there's only one answer: no. But let's see anyway. Why is the kick jump so low? Okay, next round. Even uglier background graphics. No reason for the speech. Yes, there is a reason. It's a medium res graphics mode, and there are only 4 colors. So there's a perfect reason why the speech bubble from the referee is pink, but it doesn't make the graphics look any better. And the music is terribly annoying. The movement of the guys is absolutely hilarious. Blue 1, game over. Let's move on to the Commodore 64. Okay, let's play a fun game for a change. There are 2 different sets of background graphics, but they don't change the gameplay. Oh, yeah. What makes this game fun compared to the CPC version is not only the better graphics and sound and the epic soundtrack, but it also plays a lot better. And with a lot, I mean, it plays eons better. Controls are spot on. If you make a kick jump, you hit the guy in the face, not in the balls. Yeah. And the background graphics is nicely drawn for a Commodore 64. What? Just a half point? Oh, that was a full point. I probably have to edit this video a little because I have two other systems to show you. But I definitely will finish this round because it's just fun. I wonder how the other systems compare. Especially the Atari ST, since it's a 16-bit system and it should look much nicer. A lot nicer. My English is terrible, excuse me for that, please. Okay, here we have the Atari 8-bit version. The soundtrack is really nice, but I have to say it took 15 minutes to load this from cassette. I have a floppy disk drive, but I don't have the power supply for that, so that's really terrible. Let's see how it plays. I would say almost exactly like the Commodore 64 version. It looks almost exactly like the Commodore 64 version, and it sounds like the Commodore 64 version. The screen area is a little bit bigger. But that's really a great game. Again, epic fighting game from the early 80s. I can't say this or the Commodore version is better, but get both and judge for yourself. So let's see how the 16-bit Atari version compares to that. Okay, finally the Atari ST version. Okay, this one has an intro. That doesn't look that bad. It's called Karate Championship. That's because it's a US release. International Karate was called World Karate Championship in the US. Ah, okay. So the music is totally underwhelming. It's crap. Sounds okay. graphics a little different from the 8-bit versions, but yeah, that's funny. Okay. It plays a little slower than the Commodore 64 version, and okay, to be fair, this is a very early ST title, so it's not a bad conversion, it's quite good, but I would prefer the 8-bit versions. The C64 or the Atari 8-bit, they're the same. This has some funny animations, but the music is crap. Yeah. And you can input your high score with the keyboard. I like that. So as I said, Commodore 64 or Atari 8-bit, and if you got an ST, check this version out, but avoid the M-thread version. Thanks for watching and have a good night.